A newly released tranche of records from the United States Department of Justice has once again placed the spotlight on historic associations within the so-called Epstein files, this time drawing attention to archived emails involving Sarah Ferguson, Duchess of York, and late financier Jeffrey Epstein. Material, officials clarify, forms part of a transparency disclosure rather than a new criminal investigation. Among the resurfaced documents is a 2009 email exchange in which Ferguson thanked Epstein for a compliment made in front of her daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, describing him in warm personal terms, wording that has now gone viral as the file release circulates across international newsrooms. The same archive includes a formal invitation dated 2010 inviting Epstein to a birthday celebration at St. James's Palace in London, a detail that has reignited discussion about the social circles surrounding Epstein following his earlier conviction and release from jail in Florida, as referenced within the timeline notes attached to the documents. Further correspondence appearing in the files shows additional friendly language in later months, including praise and expressions of pride, which commentators note stands in contrast to later public statements where Ferguson said she would distance herself from Epstein, a shift that has become a focal point of renewed scrutiny. A previously issued clarification from a spokesperson for the Duchess of York, cited in media reports referenced alongside the document summaries, suggested that some communications were influenced by legal and financial pressures at the time, including alleged threats of litigation, context now being re-examined as the emails re-enter public conversation. The document release also contains emails between Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's associate convicted in 2021 on federal trafficking-related charges, and an individual signing messages with the letter A, widely interpreted by several publications as a reference to Prince Andrew, Duke of York, who has consistently denied wrongdoing and has not faced criminal conviction in relation to these materials. Archival photographs embedded within the same trove show social gatherings from the late 1990s and early 2000s, including events attended by high-profile public figures, images that have circulated before but are now resurfacing due to their inclusion in an official government disclosure rather than independent media archives. Legal analysts reviewing the release stress that the majority of the newly accessible content consists of emails, invitations, address books, and contact logs, not indictments or verdicts, underscoring that the Justice Department's own annotations repeatedly state that being mentioned in the files does not equate to proof of criminal conduct. The renewed attention highlights how large-scale transparency laws, referenced within the DOJ's release notes, are designed to open historical investigative records to public view, even when those records include redactions, incomplete authorship identification, and contextual disclaimers intended to prevent misinterpretation. As online reactions continue to intensify and royal commentators revisit timelines, the resurfacing emails involving Sarah Ferguson, Duchess of York, illustrate how archival disclosures can reshape public narratives years later, despite the documents themselves often containing clarifications that they represent past correspondence rather than new allegations. Observers also point out that the combination of personal language, social invitations, and later distancing statements has created a layered storyline that blends historical context with modern digital amplification, demonstrating how document dumps can generate renewed media cycles long after the original communications occurred. Ultimately, the latest file release shows that while the Epstein archive continues to reveal historical links and social interactions among prominent figures, official notes within the documents emphasize archival transparency over legal accusation, leaving the broader conversation driven more by public interpretation and media framing than by newly filed court actions.